county by county. I'm cycling through as many places as possible and exploring their relevance to us today.
As I ride enthusiastically towards Tonbridge Castle, I cannot forget the recent sight I was exposed to of hordes clamouring for their civil rights in the centre of London. It was only a couple of weeks ago I was witness to such a display on the steps of Trafalgar Square against nuclear disarmament. It could be well imagined that with similar frustrations of betrayal, both Gilbert de Clare and his son Richard pondered about the great hall of Tonbridge Castle in August of 1215, wondering what in heaven's name to do for the best.
With its crenellated walls and Normanist gatehouse, the castle was perfectly fortified. This was only a matter of months before Gilbert and Richard stood behind King John at Runnymede and watched him sign Magna Carta. Now, the monarch was taking back lands which he had sworn were not his. Tonbridge Castle, Gilbert and Clare decided, was where his estate would make a stand and defend the foundations of Parliament itself.
In 1035, when lands were promised to William the Conqueror upon the return of Albert the Great's sibling William, had other ideas. The sacking of England was in his mind from the moment that his younger and illegitimate brother, Gilbert Christian, Count of Brionne, fathered Richard Fitzgilbert. It was this Fitzgilbert that was granted much lands from his uncle when the country was defeated, including Clare in Wales and Tonbridge.
It was during the time of William II's tyranny, around 1088, that Richard decided building a moat in Bailey Castle would be the most prudent move. Glancing at the superbly sophisticated structures, possible to see the remaining earthworks on which sat the original timber fortress. All around this outer rim lay an imposing ditch, shield, that shielded the castle.
When Richard was assassinated in 1100, his son Gilbert adopted the name of de Clare, probably in recognition of the other lands he held. He was also granted the title of the first Earl of Pembroke by King Stephen.
Over the next 80 years or so, much altered in the general outline of the castle. Changed the structure of the battlements were made, and wood was gradually replaced with stone. Advances were made with constant vigilance from the surrounding aristocracy. A disagreement broke out between the church and the crown as to what was owned and by whom. When a request was sent to Tonbridge claiming that the Archbishop said to send the lands, it was instantly rebuked, and the seated Earl at the time, Roger de Clare, even went so far as to force the messenger to eat the message.
When a new Gilbert de Clare inherited from Robert a son Richard was soon forthcoming.
It was in June of that year, 1215, that the barons clubbed almost neatly together and made King John sign Magna Carta. It was in December of that year that John, after backing out of the stipulations of the document maintained, found himself attacking Tonbridge Castle.
It was as a result of the de Clare's standing against the misrule that they found their lands stripped, despite the brilliance of their tactical position. Mind you, Tonbridge was restored to the family after the death of John in 1220. Richard de Clare became known as Strongbow, and it was in 1263 that he had the place fortified during the period of fear from French invasion in 1243.
The town walls were built in 1261, and in 1263 the family again decided to defy another king, this time Simon de Montfort, against Henry III. This was the new Gilbert de Clare, and in 1270 the castle was taken again by the crown for the first time. Gilbert was reconciled with King and even managed to marry as well to the daughter of the King's advisor, no less, William Marshall. It was upon Marshall that the castle was eventually given on the death of Gilbert in 1276.
The castle was given later to a myriad of court favourites, as well as the Staffords. It was a site for Cavalier support during the Civil War, and later pillaged for stone during various other building projects around the area. In 1791, Thomas Hooker attached a mansion house to the site of the Grand Castle, which stands to this day and is used for offices. Like much of the area, the castle is not neglected or forgotten. Remembering origins, however, is another matter.
Next time on County Clans, we take a look at the estate of Scotney in the southeast of England. Specifically, how it has lent itself over the years to a destructuralizing nation in attempts at reparation, evolving itself into an oppressive castle that has impressed our very government.
Terrible.